Today, I'll show you how to file your crypto taxes on TurboTax Canada with the help of Koinly. Hello, my name is Nelly. Welcome back to a very important video. Today we're talking about TurboTax, specifically in Canada, and how to file your crypto taxes with the help of Koinly. So this is going to be very similar to last year's video. Obviously, these platforms change all the time, but the variations are small. That doesn't mean, they're not insignificant. They are small, so this is why we're making a new video, making sure you guys know step by step how to file your crypto taxes. So the Canada Revenue Agency needs you to file your crypto taxes as a part of your annual income tax return, just like we did last year. So today we'll be using TurboTax to file crypto capital gains and losses, any crypto income, and any related expenses. So keep in mind that TurboTax does offer two different versions. One is the desktop version and one is the online version. Today we'll be covering the online version. Okay, so let's talk about plans a little bit. You'll need the Premier plan to do your crypto regardless of what version you're going with. And just to let you know, my TurboTax was a little bit buggy on Chrome. Obviously yours might be different. Just find the browser that works best for you. Lastly, before we jump into anything, I just want to add that our tax team has done a lot of the groundwork to figure out the best way to report crypto taxes using TurboTax, but obviously everyone out there has their own financial situation. So when in doubt, definitely reach out to an accountant if things aren't sitting right with you. Okay, so first things first, before we actually file our crypto taxes with TurboTax, we need to know exactly what we're reporting in terms of crypto activity. So the next step is to get your Koinly crypto report for your current financial year, and this will tell you what you need to share on TurboTax. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. You'll be connecting all your crypto exchanges, wallets, blockchains to Koinly, and then Koinly will be doing the complex work of figuring out your totals in terms of capital gains, capital losses, and income. All of this also will be worked out for you in a downloadable crypto tax report. And to do your TurboTax taxes, you're going to need Koinly's complete tax report. And once downloaded, it's going to look something like this. And as you can see, the totals are nicely packaged for TurboTax, and you'll be able to literally copy and paste from the Koinly report into TurboTax. And you should be very glad to know that your Koinly report will be compliant with tax rules of the Canada Revenue Agency, and very importantly, that your capital gains will be calculated using the adjusted cost basis method with superficial loss rule. That's because Koinly will know from your settings that your report needs to work for Canada and show totals in Canadian dollars. And we also have a very detailed guide on how crypto taxes work in Canada. So if you want to give this video pause and give that guide a look, there's a lot of very valuable information that took a lot of time to gather, so I strongly recommend that. But either way, Koinly's got you covered in terms of what you need to report. But yeah, let's now jump into TurboTax. Okay, the first step is one that you'll have to do on your own, which is fill out your personal information. So obviously make sure to do that. So everything after that, crypto related, will fall under the income category. So your first step will be to scroll down and click on investments and then on investment profile. And here we make sure that capital gains or losses is checked. Interest and other investment income should also be checked if you have any income reported in your Koinly report. The second box is staking rewards, mining, and other similar crypto activity. And then from here, we're gonna click continue, and we're gonna click continue one more time. You can read through this information if you'd like, but it's just extra information so you know exactly what you're reporting. So now we're in the general capital gain section. It's not purely about crypto, so if you've got gains from other sources, it's all going to be in here, so make sure obviously include that as well. Just to give you a quick reminder, Canada taxes a few things that might not feel like sales as a sale. It's tricky to get your head around it, but crypto is treated like a capital commodity in Canada, and crypto follows capital gains rules. This means every time you make a disposition, that basically means when crypto changes hands, you're up for capital gains tax. So some examples of these actions include selling crypto for Canadian dollars, swapping crypto for another crypto, spending crypto to buy things, or gifting crypto. So with that information out of the way, here is where we start putting in our data. First, start off by selecting virtual currency transactions from the first drop-down menu. So a lot of these categories can actually be ignored. Now, the spouse question is for the situation where the married couple hold their investments together, so then tax discounts could apply. We have a lot of information about these sorts of questions, which you can find in our blog, which I mentioned earlier. It's going to be in the description down below. But firstly, let's start with the proceeds of disposition. This is proceeds from sales on your Koinly report, so take that number and put it into Koinly. Moving on into adjusted cost base, that is actually the acquisition cost on your Koinly report, so take that number and put it into TurboTax. And next we move on into outlays and expenses. This refers to any expenses related to buying and selling crypto, which are not included in the acquisition price, because remember, the cost of your crypto is already covered above. And this information can be found on page 3 of your Koinly report under total expenses. Just one small note here, you'll need to check your expenses before claiming them in order to ensure that they are all deductible expenses. Some expenses might not be deductible, so definitely give that a second or third look. And once we have all our values entered, double check everything one more time, make sure it's all correct. We're gonna click on done, and then it will give us our net gains. So on the capital gains summary page, some of you might have this information, might have a 50 value on the second box. I didn't have any capital gains or losses, so I'm going to change this value to 0. If you have any other reason to put a different number in there, obviously do so, but for me, it's going to be 0. And on this page, it's asking me about other investment income. That can also be found on page 3 of your report. So put that into TurboTax and name it something like other crypto income. And then once you're ready there, you can click done. And for me on this current report, the value is $33.16. I'm going to click continue, and then I'm going to receive a summary. And once again, I'm going to click continue. And then finally, you'll be asked to select a plan that's appropriate for you. Assuming you've entered other tax information and everything is ready and you're ready to proceed, you can finalize and submit. And that's it. I hope that was really straightforward. If it wasn't, let us know in the comments down below and we'd love to help you out. We're gonna leave a bunch of different resources down below as well, like we always do. Firstly, starting off with the Koinly Help Center with countless crypto tax related articles. We have a forum section where you talk to members of our community as well as our staff. We have a feedback section if you're having any issues with our app. And then lastly, we have a contact section where you can send us a message directly and we'd love to help you out. Obviously, I will also include the Canada crypto guide down below. But I do hope you found this video helpful. If you did, consider dropping a like and subscribing for more crypto content, and I'll see you next time. Peace.